with Friends Podcast.
Welcome to Crashing with Friends. My name is Kyle Hobbs, your host. This week I'm joined by Jackson Brayman,
What's up?
Connor Hobbs,
Hey.
David Lindsay,
Yo.
and my wife, the beautiful Rachel Hobbs.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Jackson, did you just dab? I think you dabbed when I said your name. I'm pretty sure that was a dab.
Yeah. What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you dabbed.
saw the dab. He's doing it again!
Get over here.
Team Rocket pose.
Somebody stop me.
Well, I'm glad to have you guys on the podcast this week. It's been nice to see you guys so far today. It could change, though, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, Jackson already dabbed, so.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
Yep. Well, start it off with how you guys' week's been. David,
It's been pretty good.
you do anything interesting?
No, I soft modded my Wii last night.
Soft modded it. Did you have to do any soldering?
No, that's a hard mod. Soft mod.
That would make sense.
Yeah. No, I put used that homebrew channel on there and put some emulation stuff on there. But I
Really?
did not illegally download any ROMs like Luigi's Mansion
Are there any others
or
that you
F-Zero GX?
or F-Zero GX.
Yeah, are there any others that you did not download?
Yeah,
you
I
did
didn't
not
download
download
Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
I didn't download Metroid Prime 2. Definitely not Metroid Prime 2.
Yeah, most definitely not.
Yeah.
So is it playing like GameCube games or Wii games?
Just GameCube for now. I've
GameCube.
got to it took me like 2 hours to do all this crap because my the laptop I was doing it on is my kind of my shitty dummy laptop, so if I get viruses on it, I don't really care.
Yep.
But yeah. It's just GameCube for now, and then eventually Wii, and eventually I'll be able to play them off like a flash drive because right now I just have them on like a little 2 gig SD card. So it's pretty fun though.
Cool.
Yeah.
What were you playing? Oh, you already said the games.
Yeah, not Luigi's Mansion for sure. I
Yeah.
did not beat the first boss this morning before work on Luigi's Mansion.
Too bad.
Mario!
Yeah, Mario. Dude, I forgot about this, but you know how he can like use his vacuum cleaner on like furniture and shit, and like money will pop out or whatever.
Yeah.
You can also go up to it and push A, and he'll like beat on it, and like something will come out, money or whatever. But like sometimes he like does like a humping motion, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah," and like hump it. Like, dude, it's so funny.
Wow.
You're just spamming that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah. Wow.
But
See, I've never even played Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
But they've
me
always
either.
looked fun.
yeah, it's really fun, dude.
Like the second one is stuck on the 3DS, right?
Yeah, Dark Moon.
Yeah, and the
then-
third one is on
Yeah.
Switch, yeah.
And it's 2-player, right?
yeah,
Yep.
Gooigi or whatever.
Luigi. Yeah.
Yep.
I've wanted to play with Anakin. I bet he would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the main things I wanted to do on it was play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, which is one I never played. I never played that or Radiant Dawn or whatever the hell that one's called on the Wii,
Right.
and they're like $150 a piece right now. So
Crazy,
I'm
dude.
not doing that.
The third-party market is so crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they can get away with it. I mean, there's not very much competition, so you can charge whatever you want, you know? Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Supply and demand.
Yeah.
Rachel, what about you? How's your week been?
Oh, pretty good. Valentine's Day on Monday.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Went to dinner with a few other couples.
Yeah.
It was a nice restaurant, though.
Right?
So
Where'd
food
you
was good.
Where'd you guys go?
Red Onion.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
I got the chicken Tuscany.
Yeah.
Which is normally good, but apparently it was a little dry
was
for
dry.
Valentine's Day since they were busy.
It's a shame.
Yep. Went back there, found the chef. We got into it. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
How dare you ruin my Valentine's Day?
How hard is it to make a chicken Tuscany?
A chicken Tuscany. He's dead. Mushroom cheese. Chicken.
And let's see, Tuesday night, it's usually pretty much the same. Come home from work, cook dinner, go work out maybe if I don't have anything else going on. Wednesday night,
Oh, wow. You're really going to go day by day, aren't
church.
Day by day by day.
you? Day by day by day.
Hey, well, it's only 3 days so far, so
Right.
everybody knows what we did Sunday, so
Yes.
Super Bowl.
Ball.
Did you guys have like a big party, or did you go somewhere, or what?
No, Kyle, Connor, and Jackson and Kyle's parents just came over.
Sweet.
We made
Basically-
some taco stuff.
Pretty much the family plus me.
Yeah, it's
how it
good.
usually
Good
is.
company.
Jackson's pretty much family now, though. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we move on to Connor.
Pretty
How's it
good
going
week
for you?
so far. Yeah. Watched Peacemaker this morning, season finale. That was really good. That
Yes,
was like
indeed.
the best part of my week so far.
Yep.
what is Peacemaker about? I still haven't even heard anything about it.
Oh, it's you watch the new Suicide Squad movie first, and then you'll know a little bit about Peacemaker, and then
John Cena's character
yeah.
with the silver helmet.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But like it like really did the impossible for me because like I've hated John Cena for I don't know 10 years at least, if not longer, and I just thought he was a bad actor. You know, like I just didn't even care. But after watching him in the Suicide Squad, it opened me up a little bit, and then after watching Peacemaker, like I actually do enjoy watching him now, and it's also in part because of the writing, you know, and just how funny the whole show is. So. I don't want to give anything away by any means, but check it out.
He's ad-libbed a lot of those lines too. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of his like character development is a lot of it's ad-libbed.
Dude,
And after the episodes, it shows like more of them like doing extra, you know, comedy
right.
stuff that didn't make it. You know, it's always good.
John Cena, he's in that movie with
Oh God, what is her name?
Amy Schumer.
Amy
Amy
Schumer.
Schumer. Yeah.
So there's a sex scene between them two in the movie,
John Cena and
and
Amy Schumer.
apparently John Cena didn't know that he wasn't supposed to put it in
Nuh-uh.
during the
Oh my
sex scene.
gosh. What?
No
I
joke.
doubt that.
That was the story at the time. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, might have been just an ironic joke that she made, but that was something that she said in an interview one time, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Maybe she was just joking.
You know, she's
Yeah.
probably just
That's got to be a
laying
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it's probably a joke.
I mean,
but
on it. Well, I heard the new big thing in Hollywood is fake penises now. So
yeah. Apparently, the moment I actually realized I loved John Cena though was that Cockblockers movie. The
I
movie's-
still need to watch that.
It's so funny, dude. Like, honestly, that guy from the Mindy Project kind of makes it. Have you seen that show? He's like a nurse or whatever, but he's hilarious. It's a good movie though.
Let's check it out. But yeah, watch that. Play a little bit of games. Just really ready for Horizon Forbidden West to come out tomorrow. So really excited for that. But yeah, that's about it for this week.
yeah, I can't wait to give a review for that next week. It's gonna be fun. Jackson, what about you, man? How's your week been?
It's been an all right week, like up until this morning, and then I couldn't start my car this morning when I was trying to get to work, and yeah, that was it. That was just like a whole mess that I didn't want to deal with like that early in the morning. So
Right.
it was like I was already late to work. It was like 4:50 a.m. I was like, dude, I need to get to work. Get up to the car, it doesn't start, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? Tried to start with my mom's car, didn't work. Then my brother comes over with like his truck, and was able to get it to finally turn over. And then it was just a huge pain in the ass.
Nice.
just because of the cold weather or something else.
I think it's because one of the cables is like kind of corroded a bit, and I just need to get it cleaned up a bit. So
yeah.
Mass corrosion, huh?
yeah, whenever I first peeled back that little red tab or cover that like covers it up, it looked like someone had just put a shit ton of dried toothpaste all over it. I was like, damn, dude.
Did you lick it?
Huh?
You're just talking about over the battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like toothpaste.
Just take water and baking soda and mix it up and just pour it over top of it. It just eats it like crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking about like taking like a toothbrush or something like that, and just scrubbing all that shit
A
off.
toothbrush by itself is probably not gonna do the trick.
Yeah, maybe
You
not.
need to
I don't
put,
know.
yeah, just
Unless
put
you
some
have
wet
one of
stuff
those
on there and then
wire
toothbrush.
brushes.
I do have a wire brush.
You get a 2-liter of Mountain Dew and pour that on it.
Yeah.
No, Coca-Cola actually.
No, Mountain Dew.
If you try Mountain Dew, you never know. All right. So, Rachel, we have you on the podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for having me
Yeah.
once again.
Yes, we're having you.
Yeah.
A lot of the times during these podcasts, you're usually upstairs doing something. Doing something non-podcast related. Now we finally got you on.
Yeah.
Well, we did get you on like a couple weeks ago, but you were just reading off questions.
Yeah.
Now we got you as a guest.
Yeah. I'm special. Now I'm special.
So, let's get into it. What's your crashing story, Rachel?
Okay. So.
Tell it in some detail. Get
Yeah,
into it.
I knew I was going to have to come up with something. And for a while there, I was only thinking of breaking my wrist on the trampoline when I was in 5th grade. You know, my mom always told us not to do backflip or front flips, any flips of any kind on the trampoline.
Well,
But-
Mama don't know. Don't hurt her.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought until it heard me. And then, you know,
And then I heard her pocketbook.
yeah. Me and my sister, my older sister Sarah, were jumping on the trampoline, and we always did flips anyways. She'd tell us not to, but for some reason this time I didn't think I was going to make it all the way around. And so I put my hands down, you know, like as I'm flipping, and it just like breaks back like that.
Whoa.
It was a pretty clean break, so I didn't have to wear a cast all the way up. I only had to wear one, you know, but it sucked because in the summertime and I was a little kid, you know, wanted to swim and stuff. Couldn't put my arm under the water.
You got all sweaty and raunchy.
Yeah, it was just whenever I got it taken off. It's the weirdest thing getting it sawed off, and then you're like, well, in my case, my arm just like it's like a noodle, you know.
Yeah, your muscles atrophy so bad.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and it's nerve wracking having them take that saw to your cast too. It's kind of scary.
So, how high would you rate the pain level compared to everything else you've experienced in your life?
Oh, it really wasn't that bad. I didn't even know I did it at first. I just remember looking over at Sarah and knowing something was wrong with my wrist, and I was like, she's like laughing at me. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm just like, my wrist hurts really bad. And then my mom comes out, and because Sarah went and got her, because I told her that, you know, I thought something happened to it. She comes out and she starts smacking the back of my thigh. I told you kids not to be doing flips on this trampoline.
Your sister's like, "You're a Power Ranger,
And
Rachel."
I'm like laying there. Yeah. Sarah was more into Power Rangers than me. Could have been. But I was just laying there, you know, as she's like spanking me with a broken wrist. Like, this is serious. They made me lay on my bed for a while to see if it actually was broke, if I was still hurting after a while, before they decided to take me to the doctor. But anyways, that wasn't my crash story. My crash story is whenever I was working at Social about almost 3 years ago now, I think, because we've lived in the house for a little over 2 years. It was whenever we were living at the other house. We all decided Kyle and Anakin all decided to go on a bike ride. And there's a street that's like, I don't know, 5 or 6 blocks away from our house that it goes downhill. And at the bottom of the hill, there's a stop sign, but going in the opposite direction, like east-west, this was going north-south, east-west is also coming downhill, but they don't have a stop sign. So, you know, me and Anakin and Kyle, Anakin's on a scooter, me and Kyle are on our bikes, and we all start going down this hill. Well, all of a sudden I see a truck coming down the opposite direction, and he doesn't have a stop sign. We do. Well, Anakin's still not that skilled at this point on a bike or a scooter.
It was almost like he was like, let's go faster.
Well, he just like he has too much pressure whenever he has to brake in his mind, and he just like forgets how to do anything and can't put the brakes on whenever he needs to. Well, then now he's gotten a lot better. But anyway, so we're going down this hill, and I'm kind of a little ways behind Kyle and Anakin, but they're kind of together. Well, I see this truck coming, and Anakin's like screaming, "Oh no!" You know, he's not able to stop, and you know this truck is coming down pretty fast, and so I couldn't, as a mother and loving my child, I couldn't just wait to see if he was going to stop at the stop sign or not, or wait to see if the truck was going to stop, you know?
Right.
And so I just,
you
rode forward.
You yelled, "Kyle."
Yeah. I was like, "Kyle, get him," because I was farther back than you guys.
And like She says, Kyle. I look to the right, and he goes sliding down the hill by me, dude. And it was like a split second, and I had just enough time to throw my right leg out, and like kick him off the scooter, like just like a Spartan kick, and he goes flying, but he still had so much momentum.
He didn't kick him off the scooter though. He still had a scooter.
Exactly. He still had momentum to where he like kind of stayed on the scooter and like was out of control at that point. Like,
he was just freaking out, and it wouldn't have mattered even if he fell off his scooter. We were pretty close enough to that point.
Flying, dude.
So I just speed up as fast as I can, pedal as fast as I can to get down the hill, and I pretty much just jump off my bike and tackle him down to the ground.
Straight up Dom and Fast and Furious,
like she jumped off her bike.
I'm sorry, I was like not about to watch my son get ran over. I just could not. I had to jump off my bike. I wasn't about to find out whether or not that could happen.
Tackle money across this highway right now. That's all I can think of. That's how I see it in my mind is Rachel just boom, explosion.
Man, I was scared. I'll do anything. Oh my gosh, I was so scared. But anyways, and so, he remains untouched. He doesn't even, I don't even think he had a single scratch.
He was fine.
And I still have scars. I've got on my foot, and I can't remember if I was wearing jeans or not. I might not have been. I don't know. Anyways, but on my knee and like on the inside of my palm was road rash so bad, but it was like pretty much I didn't even have a layer of skin at any of those spots. And I had to go home, and I still had to work that night, and this was only like an hour and a half before I had to be at work. By the time we had to run home, and like I think you walked my bike, and I just walked, and it was like right at the stop sign where this happened, and so like right at the curb there was like a bunch of just build up along the curb of like leaves and dirt and animal hair and all sorts of stuff. So I have to go home and rinse my hand out, and I just have so much adrenaline at this point that I don't really feel anything anyway. So I'm like, now's the best time to just get this cleaned up,
It's so gross.
And so I ended up having to get tweezers to pull. I know it's gross, but I had to pull dog hair or cat or whatever it was. Just so much of it was like just stuck in my skin on my palm, and I had to just
little pebbles, rocks. It was like so much
little
stuff.
in my knee too.
That was so gross.
I just picked it all out, rinsed it off, like scrubbed it off because, like I said, I had so much adrenaline that everything was just numb, and then I put Band-Aids on it and put my clothes on, went to work. My knee was hurting so bad.
Is there any chance that you landed on like a rat?
Like a dead raccoon.
A really bright orange one, maybe.
Now, Rachel, do you have any other crazy stories? Anything crazy that's happened to you in your life that maybe I don't know about?
Oh gosh, I mean, there's probably nothing you don't know about at this point.
You got any ghost stories?
No, I've never encountered anything weird. I believe in ghosts. I do. I think, or spirits of some sort, but I've never had any odd experience myself, really. I've tried.
We trust.
I've tried to really listen in the dark at night, but nothing ever jumps out at me.
If you're there, please show yourself.
Yeah.
I always fall down the ghost hunter rabbit hole like every now and then, just because like I want to like see something or experience something so bad that's like ghost related, but
You want to believe.
happens. Yeah. I'm probably gonna play Ouija board one of these days.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, bro. You're asking for freaking demon possession.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're opening
yeah.
That'd be
yourself
good
up
for the
that.
podcast.
Yeah, that's true.
We could have it. That's always could be the
exorcism?
random guest that shows up.
And today on the podcast, our guest, Demon Low.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Beelzebub.
No, I don't think I can't think of too much crazy stuff that's happened in my life. Kind of avoided most of that. Yeah.
We got some hard hitting questions now, Rachel. So
Oh, great.
get ready for it.
Okay.
All right, and this is not questions about you necessarily.
Okay.
Some will be about you.
Okay.
Since you mentioned the social, how was bartending?
Oh, it was fun. Yeah. I learned how to make so many different drinks that I would have no clue about,
You make a
but-
wicked Long Island iced tea and a pretty good mojito.
Yeah, Long Islands are strong, but It's crazy because there's just like a tiny amount of sweet and sour and then a splash of Coke, but the rest of it is liquor,
Yeah, that's the craziest thing about.
But you can
Long
barely taste
Island's,
the liquor.
man.
It's the craziest thing. Yeah, that's why a lot of people get it.
I love Long Island's, man.
Yeah.
If I still drank, that's a
Yeah,
I want a Long Island right now.
they're refreshing. They're
Mom loves
refreshing.
Long Island's.
Your mom likes
Yeah.
a lot of different drinks. That's
Oh, speaking of mom,
Cut
shout out
that
to my
out.
little sister.
Cut that out, please.
Don't drink anything.
I was regretting that as I was saying it. That's why I got quiet. Please don't tell her that. It's not like it's bad, but I just don't want everybody knowing. She likes every drink.
Oh, we're leaving it in, Rachel. Best believe.
No,
She drinks wine out of a can.
this still wasn't here. I love you, Leah.
Speaking of my mom, shout out to my sister. Do you see that today?
Yeah, she got a diploma for.
Yeah, she's now like what was it?
She graduated the engineering academy for
Yeah.
officers or whatever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Always trying to be the best child. It drives me freaking nuts.
Essay ons, Quinn.
Love you, little sister. All right, continue, Connor.
I feel like we should get her like a wolf pelt or something that she can just like wear over her back, like the one that's got the head on it,
Right.
Yeah, or like a belt that has gonna hold like dual tomahawks on the back or something.
That'd be
You know
sick.
what I'm saying?
Right.
I could get her both, man.
Yeah.
Two nice
Like
little
get her-
flintlock pistols.
Maybe a modified headdress. It's like a bear, but then it's got big old deer antlers on it. Like,
Oh, dude, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Would you say that bartending was like a fun career? Because I'm thinking about doing it one of these days. Was it fun? Was it as fun as it looks like it is on TV?
Well, it just depends. You definitely have to be a people person. You got to be a socialite.
Yeah.
Connor, I think
People
you'd
wanna
be
talk.
Fierce. I think you'd be a great bartender, dude.
Watch this.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow, I can hear it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no, it is kind of hard because you get those people that come in sometimes that are like, they just know everything about the perfect drink. You know what I mean? Like guys that'll come in for a old fashioned or a Manhattan and
It
if
tastes
it's
too old.
Yeah, if it's
Where's
well,
the fashion?
No, but if it's just not like perfect or if you miss one ingredient, so you have to remember stuff and like people just look down upon you having to go and look it up on your phone, recipe or something. They want you to know it, off the top of your head and be able to immediately get it for them.
It's like, what am I, an
So-
encyclopedia? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. Well, and some people just haven't been doing it that long, and didn't go to school for it. There's people who go to bartending school and yeah, you can make pretty good money bartending or just serving. But yeah,
Do you become a mixologist after you go through like school?
you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't go to school for it. I just had experience over time, but
Speaking of bartending, what is a barback exactly?
it's basically just somebody that, I believe it's somebody that helps the bartender just kind of like not like a sous chef. I was gonna say like a sous chef to a chef, but no, that's definitely,
Yeah,
they're
like
more like a,
Stock
more like
the liquor and clean the dishes
yeah,
and shit.
clean the, I was
Yeah.
gonna say more like a busboy.
Do the moppings.
A few more serious questions, then we'll get to the funny ones.
Okay.
Do you have any investment predictions that you want to make for the next few years? What's popping for you?
Oh gosh.
tell me the good ones off mic.
Or you don't have to say any businesses, just like what sectors? Tech sector?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Tech is the big one, right?
What
Yeah.
about the woodworking sector?
I want to hear about that one.
Yeah.
I haven't heard much about the woodworking sector, so I can imagine that it's probably going to be a hopping one for now.
Nice.
Honestly, the tech sector, yeah, is probably, obviously where we're going in the future is going to be higher tech than what it is now, so all these companies, it just depends on, whether new companies come out or the existing ones are worth investing in now, so you never know which ones, but.
You want to give context behind why you know this stuff? Like,
Oh, okay. Well, I work at a financial institution and we do investments there, retirement, 401k rollovers. We keep it invested for people. We deal with retirement planning, financial planning, we do a lot of different stuff. But anyways, so that's how I know. But What was the question?
So no, you're good.
The new
Like,
hot. The new hot tips.
I was just trying to get into like what you think would be hopping, and yes, of course, it's the tech sector. We all know that. So.
Well, a lot of people are into the crypto now, you know.
Yeah.
But
no doubt.
a lot of firms like the one I work at, we can't sell crypto there. People just have to get it through their own like trade accounts, Coinbase, Uphold, all those little ones.
What about electric vehicles in that market? Is that starting to like Tesla? Is that competitive with like all the other companies, or what's going on with that?
Tesla hasn't really been doing that great lately, but also nothing has. So it's not really a cause for concern. I'm sure that they will do better, especially because I think Elon had announced that he was going to be accepting digital currency for forms of payment for Tesla. So, that could help eventually if the market in general or crypto, goes up. But, yeah.
Okay. And is like the whole bull market and the bear market, is that just there to intimidate the common man?
No, so actually this I just learned recently. I mean, it wouldn't intimidate the common man. Maybe
what about the modern man?
The not so common men it might intimidate, I guess. No. Okay, so listen, the bear and bull market, does anyone know why they call it that?
Yeah, I do, but you should explain it.
Okay. So the reason why they call it the bull and the bear market is because like whenever a bear is in attack mode, it gets up on its hind legs and raises its paws up, and then it like comes down on its prey, whatever. And so that's why they call a bear market is a down market whenever the market's going down. And then a bull market, whenever a bull's getting ready to attack, it puts its head down and then lifts its horns, up in the air to attack its prey. And so their, horns are going up. So they call it, that's what they call that.
What about
market, a bull market?
Do you want to explain what bull or what apes are?
What apes are?
Do you not know about apes?
According to the market?
Like,
or in reference to the market?
Like, how the what is that
whole
Reddit
ape market out there that I didn't know about?
What is that that Reddit page? Is that stocks one that they like shorted the GameStop stock and they made it squeeze or whatever? Those are apes
because they shit in their hands and throw it.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like options contracts?
Like inflating a stock in order to raise its price?
Like when they like borrow shares to short them, and they like the whole thing they did with GameStop was they basically sold a bunch of like short shares to people, hoping that those stocks would decrease in value and they could get them back and then give them back to the people they borrowed from, and they would make a profit, but the people they borrowed from wouldn't lose any money. But then the apes like just bought a shit ton of GameStop stock after all these hedge funds sold the shares, hoping that they would deprecate, and then they exploded. So they basically had to buy back all those shares at a huge loss and then give them back to the people they borrowed from. So they always call themselves apes. And like I got into that for a while with the AMC stock squeeze last year, and they always say things like apes together strong and shit. Because they always say like, hold for the squeeze, apes together strong.
Oh my gosh.
It's a good saying. It's a good rallying cry,
Yeah.
I agree.
It's a lot of fun, man, but it gets a little risky.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about that because it's too speculative, and we don't like losing people's money if we can avoid it. So we don't usually deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's an ape market for sure.
Yeah.
All right, last serious one. What's a good initial investment to start with? I don't know. I guess really anything.
Any amount is a good amount to start with.
There you go,
just
people.
Starting is the point.
And where should they go to start, Rachel?
They could come to me. My name's Rachel. No, I'm not the advisor there, so
yeah,
I can deal with them, but I can't make the recommendations. But yeah,
you'll be the face that you talk to.
Yeah, and just come hit up one of these guys. they can find me.
All right. So, were you really offended by all the dicks in Jackass?
You know, it was a little too many for me. I would have been okay probably with like 1 or 2, but I feel like they were doing it maybe every 5, things that they were doing. They just had one
more
out.
than that. It was like every other skit. There was a dick.
2 out of 3 skits. It was.
I was trying to be generous there, but yeah, it was too much. I was just like, come on, let's get more creative than this. Stop using your penis for stuff. But I understand that is like a point of most pain for men. So obviously they're trying to do something that most people wouldn't do, And
the crazy thing is, a lot of it's in the balls, not so much in the penis.
right.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Well,
Never mind.
My penis can take a beating.
That's what I was about to
Balls
say.
cannot.
well, that's how. What's his name? The one with the bees. Sorry, I'm trying to get the name from. I'm trying to get the name from you. I'm trying to.
Are you talking about the Chris Pontius where he gets it squeezed down?
No,
really
I'm talking about the
flat, or-
bees.
Oh, the bees.
What was his name?
steal that one.
Steve-O.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to think
When
of
he
his
had
name.
like all those bees all over his ball sack.
Yeah, I was
Or no,
gonna
they're
say
all-
that was.
Oh my
all over his
god.
dick.
Well, both.
Yeah, the
Wasn't it
peacock.
both?
Yeah, I don't ruin that for everybody,
Peacock.
but yeah.
Yeah, he got the
That one
balls.
was pretty gnarly.
What does he wrap his penis in to get all those bees attracted to it?
They put the queen
Yeah.
on there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
God,
said
there's so many bees on his penis. It's crazy, dude. It makes like a giant penis of bees. I don't want to ruin it, man.
I've seen like
It's a
lots
little
of
late for
videos of
that.
like
I already told it
beekeeping.
all.
God.
And what they do is anytime they want to try to like move a nest out of a tree into
Yeah.
like a hive, they like go and locate the queen, and once they do, they put it inside like it looks like a little cage or something. Like honestly, it looks like a freaking shark cage, but for bees. Yep.
And how's the queen different? How do they know? Is she like bigger or different color or something? I can't remember.
Bigger, and she's got her own scent and all that kind of
She's
stuff.
got a stank.
No, I mean not. How do the other bees tell it's her? How do humans like find the queen bee out of a
Oh, she looks very
group?
distinct.
Yeah, distinct.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. And while we're on the subject of dicks and stuff, why do women find the male body so offensive?
Offensive.
Yeah. As a woman, like you probably heard girls talk like, body shaming guys. So
I guess I don't hang out with these girls. I don't know.
okay.
I don't know. I don't find it offensive.
We'll put it in this perspective, Rachel. A guy in a room full of girls that are like all topless is a grand old time for him.
Right. It's an experience.
A girl in a room full of dudes with no bottoms on, just
Yeah.
like all rods hanging out, can be a little intimidating and threatening.
Yeah, disturbing.
Yeah.
Very disturbing. I wouldn't even like that.
Well, I guess I
guess what we're saying is we understand, but we just want to hear you say it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess maybe women just feel a little bit more vulnerable, and so
There you go.
Right. Okay. That explains it. And who is the new Ryan Gosling?
The new Ryan Gosling.
Is there anybody out there that like? Because let's be honest, Ryan Gosling is usually at the top of a lot of ladies. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to cheat on my husband.
Yeah.
It's Ryan Gosling.
That's
Yep.
Rachel's for sure.
But who's the new Ryan
Who's
Gosling?
the new one?
If I was going to cheat on my wife, it'd be with Ryan Gosling.
It's probably Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
Oh, really?
He did just get the sexiest man alive.
Yeah,
so.
well, it's true.
He's got beautiful eyes, man.
He's aged well.
I really thought you were going to try to pick like some new 19, 20-year-old Ed Sheeran guy or something like that.
Oh, no, not Ed
I
Sheeran.
was hoping you wouldn't say Tom Holland.
I don't know who that is.
your competition, David?
Sam Hewen for
just
me.
gonna be a teenage
from
boy.
Outlander.
Sam Hewen.
His name is Jamie
I told you
in
guys
Outlander.
4 or 5 episodes ago. That's the dude Rachel would leave me for when we were talking about the upcoming shows of New Year.
Yeah.
Told you.
Yep.
God, Rachel.
I'm just kidding.
Connor's
Okay,
trying
I'm
to
not
pull him
kidding. I
up
don't
right
know.
now.
It'd be pretty tempting.
He's got that traditional good-looking man face.
He could probably be the new James Bond.
Let me see him.
him or Henry Cavill. Those are my two.
He's got a cut face.
Yeah.
So pretty much every girl's wanting this dude now.
If they watch Outlander, for sure.
I got a question for Rachel. You still mad at Lou Bega for not putting your name in Mambo number 5?
Is that? Oh, okay. No, I'm not. No, it was still a good song, whether my name was in it or not.
I'm glad we cleared that up. Thank you.
That's a great question, though.
All right. What should every guy add to his wardrobe today?
Let's see. It's not a turtleneck.
Not a turtleneck. Okay, check.
I'm just
Already
kidding.
got one.
I'm just kidding. It's fine. Turtlenecks are fine. You know, put a jean jacket over it. You know,
Oh my god, dude.
A Canadian tux.
and like Bo said, and like Bo said with the bell bottoms. You know, gold chain. No. Oh gosh, I don't know.
Speaking of Bo, shout to Bo. Surgery Bo.
Surgery.
Can't wait to get him back.
Yeah, Bo just had hernia surgery. Shout out to Bo. We're thinking about you, Bo.
Yeah. Speedy recovery.
But what else should guys wear, Rachel?
Rhinestones?
No.
Oh.
Oh yeah, on their
No rhinestones.
on their jean pockets. No. Bedazzles. No. I don't know. I'm not really just, you know, button ups. I like button ups. Whether flannel or, you know, nicer.
A new pair of
Everybody's
shades.
got to have a couple of those.
Not wearing a button up, so.
No.
Just kidding.
On occasion, you know,
Yeah.
when it calls for it. I don't know. I'm fine with t-shirts. Everybody needs t-shirts.
All right, you heard it here first. Go get you a t-shirt. All right. Now this one's a personal question. What do I have to do to get the ladies to say, "Here comes bad boy"?
I don't know if you want the ladies that are saying, "Here comes bad boy."
Do I need a leather jacket with
They're
spikes?
going to be probably older than you.
What you got to do is get your flu vaccine and then like shed one single tear while you're getting it. Yeah.
That's a bad boy right there.
I think you should just start saying, "Welcome to Bad Boy" everywhere you go.
All right. Last one I've got. I don't know if you guys got any more, but does Kyle ever do the helicopter dick?
Yes. Yes. He hasn't done it like only a handful of times since I've known him. But
Way more than a handful of times. Every time I do
Okay,
it,
two
you're
handfuls.
like, stop. Put that away. Let's not do that.
yeah, because it's not cool to watch. It's not. As soon as I see it, I'm not like, oh yeah, baby, let's get it on. No, it's like, put that thing away. Seriously?
I think you got a surprise coming tonight.
Now you know what not to do. Oh, jeez.
Now, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does pregnancy hurt?
Well, I guess it depends if you get an epidural or not. So with Anakin, I got the epidural in time, and I felt pretty chill most of the time. It didn't hurt very much really until they kneaded on your stomach afterwards.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's what hurt the worst.
Getting that placenta out.
Well, I wasn't going to
That
say
is
it, but
horrible
yeah.
to watch, by the way.
Yeah, man. It's like it looks like they're pushing out a jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that part was the worst for me until I had Cohen, and I got the epidural about 15 minutes before Cohen came out of me. So it's supposed to not even kick in for about 15 minutes. And so that was pretty painful pushing whenever you just have no choice. You have to continuously push to hurt yourself, and you just have to do it. It sucks, but
It's a nightmare.
yeah.
Dude, what was crazy
But
about...
I mean, it's nothing like, oh gosh, I could never go through that again, I mean,
Right. And like, it was crazy is Cohen popped out, and it was like he was shot out of a cannon. It was like poof, but she caught the baby and like fumbled the baby,
Bro.
and almost dropped the baby.
she was in training.
So we had a home birth with Owen, and I
You had a home birth?
and I caught him in the living room floor, bro. and it's slippery as shit. Like, you would not believe, bro. He came out of her into my arms, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh my gosh,
it's insane.
Wait,
how many people were there? Like, helping?
we gotta unpack this.
It was like me, obviously Mandy, and then we had her doula, her photographer.
Wait. What is a her doula?
A doula is like a
Her, Mandy.
it's
and
like
then
a pregnancy kind
It's like
of
a midwife?
mentor type not a midwife, no. They're more like they kind of help you kind of be more confident with like doctors explaining like what you want out of your birthing
So
experience.
it's like almost like a mediary between the two.
kinda, yeah.
What the fuck?
It sounds like a lawyer for your birth.
It's honestly we had a doula twice, and I would have a doula every single time if we were gonna have more kids. They're freaking awesome. But
Do
anyway,
they burn sage?
they can if you want. We didn't do that.
So is it like a spiritual thing, like the doula or whatever?
No, it's just like a like
medulla?
If you don't like, okay, if it's like if it's like your first time being pregnant and you don't know anything about like gynecologists or I guess the OBGYN process being pregnant, or what it's going to be like when you're in like the birthing unit, or what the birthing process is like, or where you can get certain supplements or whatever, like they can kind of advise you because they're trained to know about like all that different stuff.
No shit.
Yeah.
You have to pay for this?
Yeah, usually they're like around $300 for the whole process.
For the whole pregnancy?
Yeah, well, cheap ones, like starter ones, or ones that like maybe only have like a year of experience. But
wow.
Anyway, we hired a midwife from like Bentonville, Arkansas, and she was like $3,000 because she's the one that is basically the doctor that delivers the baby.
Yeah.
And then her assistant was there too. She was the one that was like sterilizing equipment and setting everything up and all that shit. So like, you know, the midwife was like talking her through everything, and she was like, you know, on her knees leaning over the couch, and the doula is like talking her through breathing, or the midwife was like talking her through breathing and everything.
So
like
she did
that.
it on the couch?
She did it on the carpet. Well, she was like, yeah, she was like, it was like praying at an altar, but on the couch kind of deal.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
And so the midwife was like talking her through the breathing and everything, like no pain meds, by the way, crazy as shit. But
oh, dude,
she like, he was like crowning and shit, and the midwife's like, "Dad, you ready?" And I'm like, "Ready for what?" And she's like, "Get over here, he's almost here." And I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And she's like, "Get down behind her." And I'm like,
I don't even have my apron on.
yeah, and I'm like, "Oh god, oh god, oh god." And then he just came out into my arms, and I was like trying not to drop him and shit. Like, dude, it was insane.
I've always been curious about like these home births with like midwives. Now, whenever during the birthing process, do you have to be like, do you like knock over a bunch of candles at any point? And do you have to be in the middle of the pentagram, or do you just have to be inside the pentagram?
Is there a salt circle?
No.
Do you take him to the hospital after that?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Really?
You just have
So
like
what
a.
if he came
Unless
out with
there's
the umbilical
something-
cord wrapped around his neck? I mean, obviously they're both trained for that, probably.
So yeah, the midwife had like 30 years of experience, and she had like delivered babies in Africa for a couple years, and like South America for a few years. Yeah, so she was really, really experienced, and she made it very clear when we signed all our papers that if anything was out of the ordinary at all, she was immediately going to call an ambulance. Like, even if we said no. She's like, that's my job, and like to protect the mom and the baby. And in all her 30 years of practice, she's never lost a mother or a child.
Wow.
Yeah. So we were like that. That's why I was like, okay, because at first I was like, hell no, I don't want some like sage burning hippie lady trying to take like doesn't know what she's doing. She's gonna take all kinds of risks because of like Eastern medicine and shit.
They're gonna smoke a lot of pot.
Yeah, no, it was really chill.
Wow. So did you guys do it? Oh, sorry. What?
I was gonna say, so you paid her $3,000 and she didn't even catch the baby?
Yep.
So was there like a baby swimming pool involved or anything like that?
We had a birthing pool, but like, I guess so. There's like an outer wall and an inner wall that's like inflatable, kind of like a blow up pool or some shit. And there was a hole in the inner wall of the birthing pool. So plus our hot water heater went out, so we were having to like boil pots of water and dump them in there.
That's such bad timing, dude.
Yeah, and so like it was probably knee deep by the time we noticed there was a hole in the inside. So we were like, I guess we're not doing it in the pool.
And I bet that whole process, your anxiety was through the freaking roof.
Oh
dude.
yeah, man.
Thinking like, my water heater's out. This is embarrassing.
Yeah.
These people are here. This is the moment. Like, oh, dude, I can only imagine.
Pool has a hole in it.
Oh, dude, yeah. Oh,
it was.
that
was pretty crazy.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown right now for you.
Yeah, it was cool though. Like afterward, the midwife did like 2 hours or so of post birth stuff, and then she said, I'll be back in a couple days to check on the mom and the baby, and then you guys will set up with a pediatrician and you'll go see your OB or whatever, just like normal,
and life will be normal from here on out.
Yeah, but it was crazy because 4 hours ago she had our child, and then we're sitting there on the couch with him in our house, not in a hospital, not with all these freaking weirdos and bad smells and shit everywhere, that is wild. Monitors and stuff. Yeah, it was really cool.
So what about the hearing and stuff like that, like the eye vision test they do and the hearing test and all that stuff like that?
Yeah, the midwife does all that stuff.
Wow.
And she just does the paperwork on the spot.
That's so wild, dude.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that you went home with the wrong baby?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm always worried about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So did you only have one kid like that?
Yep. Eden was all epidural, fucking 24-hour birth. Shit sucked.
Wow, yeah.
And then Simon was, she didn't want the epidural. I think we got to the hospital. She didn't want the epidural, and she was in labor for an hour and a half. And then she's like, I want the epidural. And they were like, you're crowning already, dude. And he just within, by the time they said the baby's coming to the time he was there, it was 3.5 minutes, dude. It was crazy.
Wow. Man.
Yeah.
Babies come out when they want to come out, dude.
Yep.
That's so wild.
Do they have a squatty potty for babies?
What?
I think they
for the ladies
Connor.
to give birth to babies.
They got
I gotcha. Yeah. I thought you were saying for the baby to use the bathroom. I was like, I don't know if they're tall enough for a toilet, bro.
Introducing the baby squatty potty.
Just sitting there can't even hold their head up, and we're using the squatty potty.
All the inventions I have in my head to help give birth are just stupid as shit. I keep thinking of the thing that for NASA that spins you around and around for to get you used to G-force.
Yeah.
Demand centrifuge.
Yeah, just put a pregnant lady,
Vag
Oh
out.
gosh.
yeah, make it
That
where the
can't be
G
good
is
for the
eventually
baby.
just kind of.
Just have a huge net around the whole thing.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so we had Charles Martin on the podcast last week, and he brought up something that captivated me, and I wanted to know more. And luckily, David did the research on it. Take it away, David.
Yeah, so he brought up the mud flood conspiracy deal, and the mud flood part is only part of a bigger conspiracy theory about the Tartarian Empire, which, if I'm understanding it right, I got this off a Bloomberg article, and Connor read a little bit about it, so you can correct me if I'm wrong.
I read the same article.
So explain what Charles was talking about and all that stuff.
So basically, I got to start from the beginning. Basically, the idea is that there was this civilization of people called the Tartarians that, if I'm understanding their purpose right, they wanted to kind of unify the entire world through peace and love and harmony and all this stuff. And they did that by creating these really elaborate architectural structures like the pyramids and the Taj Mahal and the Hanging Gardens and even the White House. They said that all of this stuff was all built all over the globe at the same time, and that now in our modern day and age, it's being intentionally destroyed by world governments to basically erase the Tartarian Empire so that they can rule us a different way than the Tartarians had intended to rule us. And that I guess the mud flood thing was kind of one of the excuses as to why a lot of these structures are gone today, is because there was a global flood of silt and mud and sand that covered them all up. But they also think that wars are intentional by world governments in order to get into countries where these structures exist and destroy them while the war is going on, so that people aren't going to be why'd you destroy the Taj Mahal? And like a lot of them believe that, you know, whenever ISIS started and they went in Iraq and started like destroying statues and buildings and stuff, like historical artifacts, that was also part of them trying to get rid of the Tartarian Empire. It's pretty weird, man.
So how long ago was the Tartarian Empire an empire?
They said it like they might have started trying to like officially wipe them out as early as like 200 or 300 years ago. So they still existed back then, yeah.
So are they like a Cloak and Dagger type organization, or are they a group of people like Atlantis that just disappeared?
It sounds more like an Atlantis thing, like a whole civilization. Where were they based at? Globally. That's what I'm saying. Like they're saying that like, you know, the Aztec temples and Mayan temples and the pyramids and the Taj Mahal and the Capitol buildings across the U.S. and like old cities, you know how that like anything that looks really significant with like big pillars and just crazy architecture was all built at the same time by like a global empire. Does that sound about right? Or
yeah. And I was just thinking like, okay, why are you destroying just these certain things whenever you should be destroying all of history if that's what your real goal is, you know? But I mean,
yeah,
I don't know. I don't think there's any truth to it, you know?
No. Apparently the biggest Reddit page, they said it had something like 8,700 members and that's it. So It's not like a huge, big conspiracy theory. But
and people just started talking about this in like 2017 or 2018, something like that. So it's not even a long running conspiracy by any means.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a chance. There's always a chance that something might be real, you know, but I don't know. I don't put a whole lot of stock into it.
Rachel, should we put stock into this?
Do we need to buy this?
Yeah, and apparently what Charles was talking about with like was it the Budweiser chandelier that you brought up and things like that? Or was that him that talked about that?
I talked about the Budweiser thing, but
Yeah, and there's like big buildings like at the World's Fair and stuff that he was talking about. They built like super fast and stuff. He's talking about like that stuff. Tartarians built those things. Because they're like, how could they build something like that? Like, so that elaborate. Impossible and elaborate so fast. And it's because they had like hidden technological advances that they weren't sharing with the rest of the world and stuff like that.
So they're almost like a secret organization like the Freemasons.
Probably now, yeah, they would be considered that. But I guess at one point they were considered like the ruling global civilization or something.
The New World Order of that time?
Probably, yeah. I don't know. It's really vague and hard to understand what the hell people are talking about, but
weird. I've never heard anything about this kind of stuff.
Yeah, me either. But was Atlantis real?
Man, I would so love to know.
Yeah, me too, man.
It's wild.
Or Olympus.
Olympus is real, Connor.
Now let's move into some questions that Connor had for the whole group, not just Rachel.
Okay, yeah. Serious one first and then joke ones, or how do you guys want to do this?
Sure, yeah. Whichever order.
Can't remember which ones I had. So what kind of fashion trend would you guys like to see make a big comeback? Could be
I've already
in
got
general, or it could be specific to you.
I've already got one, man.
Bring it.
I've wanted this for so long, for like that greaser style to come back, like leather jackets, white t-shirts, denim.
You could pull it off,
like, dude. I just want to be a Dapper Dan, man. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
You have to roll up the bottom of your jeans.
Yeah. Every time I watch like Grease or Crybaby, I'm like, man, why can't I dress like that, dude?
You know? You can do it.
You can pull that off, dude.
Yeah. There's always like that weird kid in high school with a really pimply face that dressed like that. And I'm like, you're just not there, dude. Like,
not yet.
Yeah.
You're about 10 years off, bro.
Yeah.
Mine's Renaissance clothing. I would love to wear on the full Renaissance dress. I've always wanted to. It'd be so weird if I went out in public like that, though.
I think cloaks could come back in a big way, you know?
I could be down for cloaks.
Kyle,
I mean,
I could see you walk around with a cloak.
I'd wear a cloak every day of my life if I could.
I mean, poncho is more or less a cloak.
Right.
But it's just...
With some cool pockets on the inside, and then I could lift it open and sell stuff to people.
Yeah.
What are
just
you buying?
wearing tidy whities?
What are you selling?
I don't know, man. That Vision cloak you wore on Halloween, man, you were rocking that shit.
I love a good cloak, dude.
Yeah.
That was a cape.
Every time you left the room, you like sweep the cape, catch all the wind under it.
Like, what else are you gonna do with the cape?
Yeah.
I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, I was also thinking like the suits that men used to wear in like business in like the 50s and 60s.
Oh, like
They'd
a
wear
zoot
like
suit?
bowler hats and like, you know, just really nice, like Mad Men style stuff.
Yeah.
I miss that stuff, man.
Special occasions, you could pull that off for sure.
Yeah.
They wore a lot of layers. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get a pocket watch.
Bandanas. Used to be able to pull off a bandana as a kid. Can't do it anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Aged out of bandanas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tried to bring bandanas back about a year ago, and I was unsuccessful.
Yeah. They're not coming back, man.
They're gone forever.
Yeah, but if you do like one different thing though, Jackson, you get like a Kid Rock vibe. You know, you're like super not Kid Rock, but you do one thing, like do-rag, you're Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Bandana, you're Kid Rock. Like,
Did you see his costume from
yeah.
last year? Okay.
Yeah, love that.
Nah, I'm trying to think of like a clothing that I would bring back. Like the only thing I can think of is like that.
Jinko jeans.
No. Like remember that style that we had in like 9th grade where it was like, okay, wear like a shitty old sports coat and then like
A woman's
Fingerless-
shitty old sports coat, you mean?
yeah. Wear like a shitty sports coat and then like fingerless gloves and shit.
Women's fingerless gloves, you
Women's
mean?
fingerless gloves.
Yeah.
That was our version of dressing ridiculous.
Check
Yeah.
me out. Check me out.
Oh, Connor's got the fingerless gloves.
Look at his fingerless
Fingerless
gloves.
gloves.
Did you buy those fingerless or did you make them fingerless?
I made them.
Nice.
Yeah. Like 2 or 3 years ago when I got this like green like military style jacket from Old Navy, I'm like, add the fingerless gloves, put on a little sock hat, dude, homeless look instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of grew addicted to it, just like incognito.
Did you make some money?
No.
It gives you the appearance of a fixer-upper.
Yeah. This guy, he used a little bit of work. Those t-shirts, I don't know if you guys ever had them. Like, I had this one as a kid. It was a Jurassic Park t-shirt. Had a button on it, and you click it, and it'd be like,
Yeah. Those shirts are cool, dude. I'd
So you
wear
want
one
to
of those.
bring back audio shirts?
yeah, exactly, yeah. Shirts with the button. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, you get one like an Iron Man one where like the chest is what is that thing called?
His
You
arc
know, you
reactor.
know what I'm talking about. Yeah, the arc reactor.
Flux capacitor.
Makes a little flux capacitor. An inertial dampener.
All right, so David wants to bring back arc reactors.
I don't know. I kind of like those shirts from the 80s that are one color and then you touch them with like heat and they change to a different color.
Oh,
Like a mood ring?
dude.
Like almost like a mood ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
On top of the color changing clothes, I don't know if this is a previous trend or a trend that could be. I would like to see more neon, flashing light neon.
Oh man,
like
yeah.
With
neon
lens flare?
light bars. I don't know what it is, but I'd like some neon.
I want
Lens flare?
I want like Japanese or Chinese street fashion to come over here.
Yeah.
That shit's really cool. People dressing like ninjas and stuff.
I would love to dress.
Dude, I would love to dress like a ninja sometime,
I know you
man.
would.
Yeah.
Give me a straw hat that's in it.
Dude, I want to.
Yeah, some of those like
Straw hat?
bamboo shoes.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Kimonos look so comfortable, man.
Come on, dog.
I say do it while you can before cultural appropriation goes like way too far.
If anything, Chinese and other cultures, Asian cultures, will take over us, and we'll just have to adapt to wear that.
I hope so.
And if you
No, I'm just
train,
kidding.
What?
I'm just joking, dude.
He meant the clothing side of it.
Yeah.
and if you train, you can wear that kind of clothing. It's not cultural appropriation at that point.
Yep. I'll learn
have to study at a
Chinese as my
dojo.
first language.
Skibbits, also, I consider that clothing. Where did the skibbits go?
Heelys.
You guys remember skibbits?
No.
Skippets, like the thing you put around your ankle. And
You
Oh, yes, those are so great.
I used to
imagine-
wear that thing as a fashion statement.
There's people
Drag
like
it along with you everywhere.
walking into Walmart through the parking lot with their skip it.
Weird bracelet you got there, Connor.
Skibbit.
It's a weird anklet.
It seems a bit dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, so do you guys ever think where do you want to be in 5 years? You ever think about that? I like to have a nice house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah. Same for me. 5 years.
You know what I'm saying? You're filming. You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna be able to say that at all for the rest of this.
It'd be really cool to have a nice house. I'm talking like a pad that's got like a nice backyard area with a grill. Like I'd really like to build my own grill out of brick and all that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a lot of fun just doing that, like designing it myself and then getting all the stuff ordered and just that whole process. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I'd want to make like a smoker thing too and all that.
I think what sucks about building out of brick is the cleaning.
Yeah.
I just want a bigger house, man. Like we got like a 3-bedroom, 1 bath with 1,000 square feet. That's pretty cramped. But also I want a Tesla. Yeah.
I want an electric car too.
Yeah. And I want to like work at a really nice like cybersecurity place. That'd be pretty sweet. And also be 10 years younger. I can see myself 10 years younger in 5 years.
With that baby blood in you, man, you'll get reversed aging.
Yeah.
I would like to be doing some type of video editing or multimedia editing, something like that. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but that's what I want to do so bad. I think about it almost daily that I don't want to be doing what I'm doing. And that I'd rather be doing like editing, video editing, producing something is what I really want to do.
Add music editing under that too.
Music editing?
Yeah.
I don't music edit.
That'll be
Just
Jackson's branch.
Just Jackson, break out and become a famous YouTuber and hire Kyle as your editor. Like,
True.
just do it already. You know what I mean?
But in order to do that,
Kyle, you want to work for free for points?
as long as I get points, I mean, I gotta get some points.
I'll give you a percentage, dog.
Nice.
Percentage of points.
We like when he brings home points.
It's just hard to break into that kind of stuff, man, without being younger.
Yeah.
And it's just like having a family. It's just hard to take a pay cut and like be an apprentice or anything like that.
Right.
It sucks. It does suck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Night classes.
Well, even if I took night classes, like I just said, like I still have to apprentice or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Or take be an intern somewhere, you know, for 6 months or whatever.
Yep. That's the issue I'm having too. Trying to find another job is like everybody wants to start you at $15 an hour and
prove yourself.
entry level. Yeah. They don't want somebody who's 30 with no experience paying them $30 an hour or something.
Yep. That's how it goes.
You got any plans, Jack?
I want to be a famous YouTuber paying Kyle points.
Sick.
I don't care if it's actually a YouTuber or something like that. I would like to be making money just making videos, dude.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
I truly think that I have a good mind to come up with like a bunch of comedic sketches. Like,
so we need a camera. We need an initial investment of like, I was looking at a camera last night that people are recommending. It was like 1,300, something like that. Because you gotta get a 4K camera, you know?
Right.
So, but yeah, I was thinking about making an investment on a camera. I feel you, dude. It'd be fun. I got like a whole notebook full of just like ideas of like sketches or like jokes, you know, because I write down stuff a lot now. I didn't used to do that, you know.
Yep.
Just because like for a while there, I was just like, man, I thought I came up with Bite Me. Who else? Or like, what else am I going to think I came up with? And it turns out someone else had already came up with this thing. And it's the whole Bite Me thing again.
Remember our...
that was a fucking harsh realization.
Remember our stick death fighting game that we came up with in middle school?
Dude, I think about that all the time,
Me too, dude. God, it was a good idea. It's just still a good idea.
We had like at least 15 to 20 character sheets with moves made, and then we had like a few levels made, and then I think the start screen for sure.
Yeah.
We just
I remember all that.
I always remember the Link character that we made and the Goku one. Yeah. Good times, dude.
Do you guys remember that stick figure death fighting website that we used to always go on?
Stickfiguredeaththeater.com.
Yeah, and there was one video that had The Offspring. That one song was like, I got a feeling it's gonna be a long time.
Sucks how a lot of that stuff you can't really find it anymore.
Yeah, it was a lot of like flash videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And stuff was just
remember that that Street Ninja video we found with the God, what was that? Rise Against song in the background. It's like that Japanese dude or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like the first one we ever found. Good stuff.
Yeah, good times. It'd be fun to do something like that too.
Rachel, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I was kind of thinking the same thing as Connor. Just a new house. I want to.
Everybody wants a new house.
My main goals for a new house are a big master bedroom with a big master bathroom and big closet and a nice kitchen, big with lots of counter space.
Yep.
And also,
nice
I kind of would like, yeah. Well, you know, I mean, they're not paying for it. No, I would like to have some type of certification in 5 years. That'd be cool. I haven't decided on what yet, but I'd like to do something just on the side, you know.
Like realty or what?
Well, I mean, on the side as in like on my downtime while I'm not working, try to get a certification, not, you know, something different, but maybe something that'll help further me up in my current position, you know.
That'd be cool.
Possibly. There's a lot of different ones. But there's only certain ones that you can get if you want to, you know, be an advisor. But I don't know. We'll see.
Are you going to be like the Jafar type of advisor?
No, I could never be. No.
First, give me the lamp.
I love that movie.
Yeah, dude.
Make me the most powerful genie.
You gotta be able to smile ear to ear if you're gonna be Jafar, you know?
Oh, yeah. All right, last one, man. What's your idea for a 70s themed adult movie?
Oh, yeah, baby. Break it down.
Sexy.
Okay. So I really want to go over this. I really want to share this.
Go ahead and share
first.
Sure.
Okay. When I initially read Connor's question, I thought he meant like an R-rated film for some reason. So I sat there and painstakingly wrote out all these details for this horror movie that I've had in my mind for a long time. So this
Wait. Should you really read it? What if someone says
Should
your
we
idea?
collaborate and make a script and pitch it?
Well, no, it's
Well, he's got it on recording, his voice. You know, he's
Should we
making
make
it
a
up right
5-minute
now.
video of us trying to make this movie?
this idea is patented.
Should we produce this movie this summer and have all of us as actors in it? That would be fun as shit.
That would be a lot of fun.
Nobody
my
out there steal
God.
this movie. So it starts off with a character named Luke Skywalker.
All right, take it over.
No, so it's like an old school haunting film, like in the vein of The Exorcist or like The Evil Dead.
Hell yeah.
So like handcrafted props, some claymation stuff when it gets real gruesome, you know, creepy camera angles, screechy violins, all that good stuff. Maybe about like a vengeful spirit that possesses the home, and then also like a child that lives in the home.
It's always a child.
Yeah, and then I was gonna have like the dad makes a lot of money and wears nice suits, and he's played by George Clooney. And then the mom in the house is the mom from Ozark. I can't remember her name. Mm-hmm. The little girl that gets possessed is the girl from Ghostbusters Afterlife.
You're pointing at Jackson.
Well, because he knows, you know.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, but I wanted like the mom to get all raggedy and nasty looking by the end because of how much stress she's under, and you know the girl obviously is gonna get real nasty and crazy looking by the end. But I wanted like, you know, strobing lights and cracks in the walls and furniture coming to life, and it makes faces out of the shutters and windows and stuff, and you know, just all sorts of good stuff, dude.
It's like the house is like groaning and stuff.
Yeah, and then like you see, I said the mom gets all bony, pale, and ugly, like the mom from The Shining. You know how she was just like,
Yeah.
funky looking. Yeah, yeah. There's dogs. There's lots of children. Cops are getting killed. Dogs are getting killed. Priests are getting killed.
By the house?
Yeah, by the spirit. And then their bodies are being reanimated, like Evil Dead type stuff.
Like Pet Cemetery type shit? Or
Yeah, man.
like-
The spirit itself could just be like a vengeful spirit lingering after death because the house was a colonial house, like actually built in colonial times, and the person was accused of being into like witchcraft or something and was like killed by like fundamentalist Puritans or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the blood is all over the house.
But then like some kind of thing with the little girl, like kind of releases him from his anguish, like the nature of her character, you know.
The one that's being possessed?
Mm-hmm. Like because,
is it like on and off possession, or is it full on possession?
Yeah, like, well, it's on and off at first. It's like the house and then her and then the house and then her back and forth and then all her and then maybe like all house after he leaves her. I don't know, you know. I'm spitballing here, you know.
I feel you. I don't want to know how it ends yet. You know?
Yeah, I'll write the whole script. Just have
yeah.
a script reading one of these weeks.
You had a bunch of boobs to that script, and you answered Connor's question.
Yeah.
Now this girl, let's make her 18, and when she's getting possessed by the spirit, we'll just have someone doing her.
Have her get raped by the forest.
We'll call it the Dick Devil.
No, and then I had to switch scripts to the triple X version of my, or a triple X idea was that, like, have you guys ever seen Green Fever, or was it Green Fever?
Is it like that
old?
It's the one where they all go down to the rainforest to protest them chopping down trees, and they get found by a tribe that's never seen technology
talking about
before.
the Green Inferno.
Green Inferno, yeah. So it's like that, but it's like 70s, and all these teenagers. You got like, you know, the 3 hot girls and the 2, you know, buff jock dudes, and they all go down there and they're just wanting to see like temples and drink, you know, tequila and shit, right? And they go out to the temples and they get caught by a tribe that ends up being just like these big dick having, you know, like macho dudes. And then they kill off the 2 jocks, but then, you know, the hot girls get all turned on by the big dick tribe guys, and then it's just a big old tribal orgy
By the fire?
by the fire. Yeah, we're drinking fermented goat's milk and stuff.
Oddly enough, David, both those movies exist. There's 2 movies I think came out in the 70s with that exact same plot.
Nice.
Yeah, one of them is called Cannibal Holocaust, and the other one is called Cannibal Holocaust.
How the fuck do you know this?
I know quite a bit about horror movies, so
Yeah, not like a snuff film. Well, I guess the 2 jock guys get killed. So
well, the crazy thing is, like, Cannibal Holocaust is actually kind of like hailed as like the first found footage movie.
Oh, cool.
Because it's all about like a group of filmmakers that went to, I don't know, Africa or something like that. I don't know where they went, but they stumble across a cannibalistic tribe, and you think like, oh shit, like these cannibalistic tribe, like they did all this like crazy fucked up stuff, but then you find out that like, oh, this is the filmmakers that were kind of making them do all of this stuff. But that movie is violent, dude, and it also put in the law that is, I think it's worldwide, that says that you cannot harm animals in movies.
Oh,
Because
wow.
they kill off like 3 real animals in it.
Damn.
One of them being like a really big tortoise, which is, man, you don't want to see a
super messed
big
up.
old tortoise die like that.
No.
No.
Anyway, who's next?
Sounds fucking hot, dude.
Can't wait to see it, David.
There's like shrunken heads in the
Damn,
background.
those pants get really tight.
You really get tight for mine. So I'm envisioning a gladiator type situation.
Okay.
Okay.
Like the movie Gladiator, or
Yes.
like, okay.
Yes. Yes.
And he's getting weaker.
So just make it gladiator, you know. I want Russell Crowe's character in there. He's the guy, you know. We need this. We need the
Gotta
Russell
have the
Crowe.
man.
We gotta have the man.
Does this happen on a tennis court?
And then okay, you have 2 lions come onto the field. You know, they're looking like lions, but they're actually females with some nice fur on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude.
Venus and Serena.
Yes, some lions and some tigers. And, you know, it turns into a fight, and then, you know, he's swinging his sword, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They take that sword. You know what I'm saying? And then after he gets tired, you know, maybe a bear comes in. you know, and that bear turns out to be another dude. You know, and the other guy's just tired. He's going to sleep.
Oh, okay,
This other guy comes in and he's like, hey, I'm not tired.
As long as while Russell Crowe is stabbing them with his sword, he yells at the audience, "Are you not entertained?"
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That would get
Bear,
me.
he's on Stacker 2.
Yes.
So what would you say at the end? This is what?
I'm the gladiator.
No.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah. In this one, he finishes the lions, though.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He doesn't. He spares no one.
Yes.
Yeah, and then and since it's in the 70s, they're already wearing lion fur, so the outrageous bush isn't out of place.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So
Right.
And
it's
there's
an all-consuming bush.
yeah.
And there's the hot brunette chick that is the sister of the bad guy in that movie. I forget his name.
Okay.
But Joaquin Phoenix's sister.
Yeah.
Gladiator gets with her too.
Connor, are you the gladiator?
Yes.
Connor's putting himself in the shoes of all the main actors of all of these stories here.
I wasn't joking about the pants being really tight on it.
Yeah, I told you. Once that bear walked in.
I was going for a Mile High Club, I guess.
Yeah.
I was looking up different events that happened in the 70s, and one of them was the Boeing 747 had its first commercial flight from London to New York or vice versa. So that was what I was thinking, you know, maybe except for the flight doesn't make it kind of thing. And it's, you know, kind of last time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Last time for some fun, you know.
Are we talking like stewardess and like billionaire philanthropist, or like?
That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Conversation pits in the airplane, you know.
So the plane's about to crash?
Yeah.
What about if when they crash, all that's left is like the captain and then like some stewardesses or whatever?
Oh.
What if they get abducted by some really sexy, horny aliens?
Okay.
Oh my god.
And that's what happens.
And the aliens just want to watch them.
Exactly. Or what if they're flying from that historic flight, they land where Amelia Earhart landed, and she's having an orgy.
She's still there.
On an island.
Still there.
They
On
show
an
up and they're
island.
like, we're looking for the continuum transfunctionaire.
Oh my gosh. Wilson. Runaway.
Yep. Castaway.
Castaway. Oh gosh. Runaway.
Can you imagine Castaway as a
Ran on
porno
water.
movie? And he
Yeah.
just fucks Wilson the entire
Yeah, I was gonna say, just cuts a hole in Wilson's butt.
Oh god.
I'm gonna skull fuck you, Wilson.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, Wilson. Oh man.
Mine is not really an original idea or anything like that. Did anybody here ever see the movie Sex Drive, but the unrated version of the movie?
Never seen either.
No, I don't think so.
Well, whenever they came out with the unrated version of their movie, they put out it's kind of like a opening to the movie with the two directors, like the writer and the director, and they were saying, you know what, do you guys ever get sick and tired of buying a movie that says unrated and it will tease like, oh, this one is so outrageous, we didn't even rate it. Only to find out that it's got maybe one extra curse word in it, or maybe three extra
or a phallus.
F words or something like that.
Yeah.
There's we are so sick and tired of that. So for this movie, we decided we were going to go all in. And what they do is at random points in the movie, they green screen like naked women in just random parts of the movie that makes zero sense. Like, hey, I'm at the mall and I'm buying like pretzel bites. In the store in the background of Foot Locker, there's 2 women that are naked, like happy that they're buying shoes. I would do that same gimmick with all of the popular 1970s movies, and I would just green screen all of these different spots. I would basically be like what's his name, Tyler Durden.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking about.
I would just put a bunch of porno shots in a bunch of 1970s movies. Watching Footloose, you see Kevin Bacon like dancing. You see him do like a twirl in the air. All of a sudden, you're gonna see a close up of a dick like doing a 360 real quick before he goes back to just regular dancing.
Can't wait till you start coming out with videos on YouTube, man. I can already see the kind of visionary content that I'm
Yeah.
You asked for pornos. I was like, well, here's Apocalypse Now, but with a bunch of boobies like just randomly placed in it that don't belong.
Okay.
Connor?
Okay. So this is kind of what led to this whole thing. So bear with me here. It's kind of a stretch. It's called The Cats and the Curious.
The Cats of the Curious?
The Cats and the Curious, okay? Sound familiar to anyone?
No.
Okay, well, it's about to. Starring Clamanik Ferretto.
Oh my gosh.
Lion Ocalico. Petty. Meow Ferretto. Yarny Tran. And Vince.
Yarny Tran. Oh my gosh.
So there's a race war going on, and Clamanik Ferretto is in the underground, and Lion Ocalico is sent to find out who is stealing all these semi-trucks worth of shit. And the whole time, more or less, Lion Ocalico is trying to hook up with Meow Ferretto. It's pretty much the plot of The Fast and the Furious. Have you guys ever watched The Fast and the Furious? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so there's race wars. Yarny Tran is Johnny Tran. Vince is Vince. There's the sequel is Two Cats, Too Curious, but that one's mainly just about racing. But I don't know. That's all I really got, man.
What I'm gathering from this is that it's basically Fast and Furious in cats costumes, but it's a porno too.
No, it's actually cats.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like,
So they're like real cats?
They're cats, but they're like in human costumes.
Okay, so it's not like the recent Cats movie that came out. It's more like Cats and Dogs, like, and Homeward Bound, like an actual cat. But
It's actual cats in this one.
But they're having sex all the time?
Yeah.
what are they racing?
And street racing.
What are they racing?
They're racing real cars, man. They're racing real cars. Yeah.
Damn.
And it's all shot 70s style this time, you know? They got the mustaches and all that. So.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Extra thick whiskers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was actually thinking about it. I think can cats even grow mustaches? Isn't it like their lip is by their nose? Or like it's connected or something? I don't look at cats very often, so I'm like, could they even have a mustache?
Yeah, they got an upper lip.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. Put a mustache on it.
And some sunglasses.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't come up with a name for Vince. Like, Letty was easy, Petty, you know, but Vince, it's like...
Prince? Like Paw Prince?
Prince, okay.
Cat really stretching it.
Yeah, I know. It's more than you're doing. All right. And David, what was your question?
My question was, if you could turn any like pop culture thing, a video game, a show, a movie, some type of phenomenon, into a like snack or drink or like breakfast cereal or, you know, anything maybe containing alcohol or like THC or like an energy drink or anything like that, what would it be?
So lead us off.
So you guys remember that World of Warcraft commercial from like years ago where Mr. T had the Mohawk grenade?
Yeah.
You guys remember that one?
Yeah. It was a really big commercial.
Yeah. So mine would be Mr. T's Mohawk Grenadine. And it's a 6 milliliter shot of an Everclear Grenadine cocktail that has a 900,000 Scoville unit pepper extract in it. And it's a challenge shot where you have to drink the entire 6 milliliters straight with no chaser and survive a 10-minute afterburn. And if you can do this, Blizzard will reward you 3 months of World of Warcraft playtime and a suit of cosmetic in-game armor that makes you look like Mr. T at the height of his wrestling career, complete with dozens of gold chains and his signature feather earring.
Hell yeah, dude. Do you think you could take it?
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's always the stomach for me, man. With stuff like that.
This is what I would do. I would start selling Star Wars blue milk.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude.
Don't they do that at like one of the Disney World or something? Or?
Yeah, when we went to Disney World, they had it at Galaxy's Edge, man, and it's like one of the best tasting things I've ever had.
They just put a bunch of sugar in it?
No, it's like a pineapple like slushy with cream and coconut in it, dude. It's hard to explain, man, but it is so good. Have you ever had a blue coconut cream slush from Sonic?
No.
That's like the closest thing I can come to describing it, probably.
So it's like, it's not just milk, it's actually something totally different.
But it's definitely got like half and half or something in it to give it like a really creamy, thick texture. Delicious.
Hell yeah.
How much was it?
It was like $8 for like a pint of it or something. Maybe more than a pint, but yeah, worth it.
Have you heard of the alcoholic beverage called the painkiller? Have you heard of a painkiller?
Yeah, my mother-in-law gets those all the time.
It's got rum and cream of coconut or coconut cream and pineapple juice and orange juice in it. And it's called painkiller. So mine would be Prison Mike painkiller.
There you go.
From The Office. Bringing bandanas back.
Prison Mike's Killer Lemonade.
And I didn't really think about different ingredients for it, though. But I guess, maybe a splash of hot sauce and using 151 rum instead of regular rum.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that have like coconut shavings on the outside on the rim of the glass?
Yeah, I guess you probably could.
Dude, those things are good.
See, I was thinking more of like Oreo doing a collaboration with NHL. And I can just see the 90s commercial. Look! My Oreos make my teeth look like I have missing teeth, like these NHL players.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, guys! Look at my teeth. Fuck yeah, guys!
Oh, man, like, you actually had me going for a second. I thought you were gonna say like everyone like Oreo starts making hockey pucks with like team logos on the like Oreo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, that would be actually a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
They're using them on the ice, shooting them into kids' mouths.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man, you knocked my tooth out.
Yeah, that would be a great selling commercial.
Just laying on the
having
ground.
him hitting the little Oreos out to the kids.
Yeah, he's like knocking them into kids' glasses.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop.
Right, yeah.
Hit him in the mouth.
Oh man,
I could do it.
The Oreo special dyes my teeth black.
They just need to come out with another Mighty Ducks movie and like release at the same time as they do Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, they do, Jackson.
Yeah.
By the way,
We
if
got our
it,
first video, Jackson.
Yeah, and then you know what else needs to happen? Butterfingers needs to bring back fucking Butterfinger BBs.
Those are good.
yeah.
Gummy sandworms of Dune with the spice melange.
Oh,
Psychedelic spice melange, David.
yeah. And what does the spice melange taste like? Mango?
You ever had dried mushrooms? No. Just joking.
Sugar.
I was thinking the gummy sandworms of Dune, they're just more or less, like the good gummy worms, and then the melange spice will be, of course, some sour powder. Have different flavors, like a strawberry sour or like a cherry sour, something that's more red,
Yeah.
What about like Pop Rock powder? Pop Rock powder.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
There you go.
Yeah.
That was the clencher.
Pac-Man Puff
You don't put it in
cereal.
your butt.
Pac-Man what cereal?
Pac-Man Puff cereal. You could have all the ghosts as different flavors, and then Pac-Man, he's in there. He's maybe like lemon or something. Yeah. Then you got all the dots or like the rest of the cereal. You
have to know that's been made before, right?
It's probably been made.
No.
Yeah.
Be smart.
If it hasn't, though.
Arya Stark meat pies.
Oh
and,
my God.
Chicken pot pies.
Oh gosh.
Each one comes with an ear.
Gross.
You had to start the meat pie before you said chicken pot pie.
Yeah, the same meat pie.
I know I'm not the only one that thought that the Sweeney Todd meat pies look delicious. I'm just saying.
Gross.
Hey, they got Snoop Dogg hot dogs now.
Nice.
Gross.
Jesus' baked bread. Why isn't that out? Why isn't anyone?
Yeah.
The yeast magically rises.
I'm sure there's probably something like that too somewhere.
It takes 3 days to bake.
Yeah.
Yep.
So filling, you'll think it multiplied.
Now that is wholesome Christian jokes right
Yeah.
there. Jokes that don't go over the line, but we can still make fun of them.
The dough was laid to rest and rose 3 days later.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right. Last one I got. Dr. Hammond's scrambled dino eggs.
Nice.
He thought of it. He's got all these dinosaur eggs. What do you get? You can't fill.
Oh man.
You keep getting more and more eggs. More and more
Yeah.
eggs. Well, sell them. People are gonna eat those, dude.
You get a dozen raptor eggs for like $30. You
Yeah.
know?
You guys remember as a kid, the oatmeal that you'd buy? They would have little eggs in it, and like they would dissolve and turn into dinosaurs or whatever.
Yeah. Owen loves those.
They still make those?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Owen gets
Okay.
pissed off if because I have to take all the eggs out and then cook the oatmeal and then he has to put the eggs in. Or he gets pissed off. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'm really loving that as a kid.
Yeah.
All right. So I had a question for you guys. I don't want this to get depressing or anything like that. When is the last time that you guys truly felt like super, super happy?
Like a specific instance or just in general?
Both.
Anyone?
Well, I guess for me, it was at the end of January. I went on 3 dates with a girl, and it was, a lot of fun. Sadly, it didn't end that way. More or less asked her to be my girlfriend or whatever. That didn't really work out in my favor. Really learned a big lesson that if a girl wants a relationship, she'll ask for it, So that's kind of what I taught myself out of that whole situation. But yeah, I was really excited. Just talking to a new person, getting to know somebody, that's always fun. And then meeting them in person and having a good time, a good experience, Mm-hmm. That was a lot of fun. The time before that, love Christmas and all, but dude, total excitement, total jack. Gotta be, you know what I'm saying? You say jack,
Yeah.
Would have to be on my birthday, going to Silver Dollar City and riding coasters on a Thursday when there wasn't a line.
Dude, that was so much fun.
That
That was a fun day, bro.
it's hard to beat roller coasters, especially whenever you don't have to wait in line, you know?
Yeah, going there on a weekend, you're going to ride 2 coasters, maybe.
We rode nonstop rides too, man. That was so much fun.
You guys ride Time Traveler?
Yeah, we rode it 3 times.
I love that roller coaster so much, dude.
Yeah, a bunch of them we rode at least 3 times. A few of them just 1 or twice. Wasn't the Time Traveler the one that had the big line? It was the one that had the big line. The whole experience of just on my birthday actually being off of work, which I always take my birthday off anyway, but actually doing something, it was fun,
That sounds so good.
And Kyle bought me a ticket, or did you guys split it, or was it?
No, I bought your ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, it was your birthday present.
So that was definitely a great time, So those 2 would be my last 2. But Christmas was great too, so I don't want to throw any shade on Christmas.
For me, the last time that there's 3, so it's when I opened for Christmas. Yeah, I know it's cliche, I know, but when I opened those Kobe Bryant pictures, I was just oh man, it hit me hard. It's oh, that's awesome. I love Kobe. Start crying. Before that, it was seeing my second son, Cohen, be born. It was freaking just so cool. And then before that was really a moment that's probably like just one of the happiest moments of the last couple of years was when I opened that shotgun.
Oh yeah.
Also, getting married to you, Rachel, is a happy day.
Oh, I was worried about Anakin there.
Oh, yeah.
You said the birth of your second child.
Anakin's cool, whatever. But God, I loved when he won that championship. Actually, boom!
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, those basketball and baseball championships. Oh boy!
Yeah.
That was actually just monumental pride and just
Parental
gratitude for giving me something great. But no, our guest for the next podcast, Jeff Law, sold my brother a shotgun, a Mossberg 12 gauge, for how much was it?
like around 150, somewhere around there.
Yeah, it was like 150. I had no idea what cars to get me for Christmas, and it was like the last present, and I opened the shotgun, and it was like utter shock / like tears of joy. Like I was just like almost had like a seizure. I was just like it was like a robot, not knowing what love was, and then finding out what love was, and like finding out that there's no purpose to life. It was just like, oh man.
It was called crying, Kyle. It was called crying.
What is this wet?
Oh man, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Mine's not like specific instances, but like I don't remember like feeling since we've been back in the area from the military. It's just been like a constant struggle to like keep our heads above water. And I feel like in the military, even though it sucked being in the military, like all of the shit that you normally worry about it as an adult is taken care of by the military. Like, all the insurance stuff is all taken care of, and you get a good paycheck that's always there. You don't have to really ever worry about getting fired, like none of that stuff. And I felt like we were able to just do whatever we wanted, whenever we wanted. Like if we wanted to go see a concert, we go see a concert. If we wanted to take the kids to the zoo, we could take the kids to the zoo. Like it wasn't like, obviously being close to like family and friends is cool, but like we didn't have to plan our weekends around like, okay, my family's having a barbecue on Sunday or some shit. You know what I mean? Like it was just like, no, we're just going to go to the beach today or whatever. Like that was, I think, the last time I generally always felt happy, aside from when I like complained about being in the military. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, obviously like specific instances of like, kids being born and stuff or whatever is pretty great.
Yeah. I've got so many questions for you about being in the Army. This is crazy.
Or I mean, like, the typical response would be like when you're a kid. Right. You have like there's not a care in the world. You're just doing whatever you want, and it's fun.
You haven't had like a day where you just felt like it was perfect. It was the best day, perfect day. Nothing wrong. It's just.
I mean, yeah.
You got to live life to the fullest.
Yeah, like. I mean, like your guys' Halloween party was freaking awesome, and like.
Oh yeah.
We had like a Friends Misgiving thing a while back with some new friends that we made. It was really cool just being around a bunch of people that we didn't know that weren't like douchebags. You know what I mean? Like there's always like something wrong with people that there just wasn't, and that was like really refreshing. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm trying to think of one. I mean, I'm generally like a happy person, you know.
You truly are, Rachel. It's kind of crazy. It's really sickening.
Oh. I just don't have, I'm not overly emotional really, so I've never had like a day where I've been like jumping up and down with excitement because I'm so happy.
You didn't have like a really good day at the golf course?
Yeah, well, that's what I was just thinking about.
I mean, I'm overly emotional
recently,
for
anyways.
both of us, so. Yeah.
Recently, I think it was back in June, whenever I went to Top of the Rock, got to play Payne's Valley. Tiger Woods is one of his courses that he helped design anyways, in Branson. And we stayed at a cabin thing there and had a massage the next day, and that was a pretty nice weekend. But it was like 105 degrees while we were golfing. Ugh. But that was the first time I experienced a caddy, which was kind of cool. Although it was hard to get used to though, because he would just follow you around and pick up your clubs for you all the time. And normally you're used to like going on the green and you bring your putter and your pitching wedge, and you set your pitching wedge down once your ball's on the green, and then you go up there. And then you'd go back to get it, and he'd be like already standing over at your thing with it. And just every time it was just hard to get used to, But yeah, that was a pretty fun weekend. Me and my ex-boss's wife. She's older, but she's super cool to hang out with.
So did you give up on disc golf completely? Or did disc golf give up on you?
Well, I think it's just mainly because like Kylo really hasn't played a whole lot. Not compared to what we used to, he used to. And then, so and having 2 kids, it's kind of hard, like to do,
anything
together. It's just kind of like either I go do something or he goes and does something. And that's like something that I did with him. So since we don't really get to do a lot together, just kind of like, I could do disc golf, but I like golf. I like regular golf. So
yeah,
they're
both fun. Right?
Yeah, I would say that it'd probably be harder for me. I think disc golf is harder for me than regular golf.
Hey, you did win a rookie contest.
Yeah, against 2 girls.
Hey, it's more than more than nothing.
All right.
I just wanted to put 2 things out there that I forgot to mention. If you're done.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. One was graduating college. That was like one day where I was like, I cannot believe this is happening.
Oh, I bet.
But then another one was when the freaking Switch came out and Breath of the Wild came out at the same time. And I pre-ordered the Switch and Breath of the Wild, and me and Aaron and Jacob all went to pick ours up on the same day at the same place.
And you're about to ascend.
Yeah, dude. Like you walk out of the store with that box and you're just like, oh, just fall down to your knees and start crying.
Only gamers know what that feels like.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's one like you leveled up in real life.
Yeah.
It's more of like all the possibilities that this new thing can, like, as far as like imagination, and adventure. Like you can't experience half the things you experience in a video game you can't experience anywhere else.
Yeah. That was the first time I ever got a console at launch. And
really?
It was so great too because Breath of the Wild lived up to it.
Yes,
playing through that, I was like, I cannot believe that this console is so good and this game is so good. Like expecting it to fizzle out, but yeah.
Is it your favorite game?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Or would you give it a 10 though?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, Jackson.
My soul died February 9th, 2007, whenever the movie Norbit came out and I saw it in theaters. I have not felt true happiness since then. Ever since then, you ever feel like your soul is like a picture, and after you do something bad or wrong, like a few pixels just kind of float away, and the next day, a sandwich just doesn't taste as good anymore. That's kind of what I felt like after I watched Norbit. I felt like a lot of pixels of my soul just kind of went away, and I just haven't really cared for life ever since then.
But do you have a moment where you're truly happy that you remember?
Generally, anytime I get to go see, yes. Probably the happiest I can recall myself being in, the past, 5, 6, 7 years. And you can call me a nerd all you fucking want.
Nerd!
But it's like a 2-way tie between seeing Avengers Endgame in IMAX.
Yeah.
That was a good day.
That was just a huge cultivating point of man, I've been watching these movies for so long. It's finally leading up to this point, and they executed it so well. And also Mandalorian season 2 finale, dude.
Yeah.
Big time.
The last 15 minutes of that season 2 finale is I was going through every single emotion you could think of. Oh my god,
my pants are so tight.
When I was watching that,
there's a hole in the drywall.
When I was watching that, I went from in a normal seated position to I just kept going further up my couch.
Yeah, dude.
The more that the scene was, I was at the top of my couch watching this thing. It's dude, I don't know. It's crazy.
There's a lot of those moments that are just euphoric, dude. Seeing when I saw After the Burial and Veil of Maya, Born of Osiris, and Era all on the same stage one night. That whole show, I was at peak euphoria, dude. It was so crazy. Or
what a lineup. Damn.
Yeah, man. And seeing seeing announcements at E3 or the Game Awards sometimes.
Yeah.
You jump out of your chair and start yelling Mandy's like, what the hell's wrong with you, man? I'm like, you don't understand. It's a new Fable game. Like,
okay, and on the same line, this is even more nerdy. Oh my god! During the Game Awards, maybe 2-3 years ago, do you remember when Phil Spencer,
Reggie,
and the main guy from PlayStation, all three got on stage together and we're united? I was like, what?
Yeah.
My brain was about to melt.
I'm pretty sure I teared up, man.
Fuck yeah, dude! I had tears of it was like a shocked tears.
Yeah.
What am I seeing right now? Is this an alien in front of me? Like I'm about to get abducted? That kind of stuff. Like, oh my god.
Also, one moment that I think we could probably all share is when we all got to see the St. Louis Blues win their very first Stanley Cup.
Oh god, yeah.
Oh man, that was such a good feeling that night.
I got to touch that thing.
Or Chiefs winning the
So
Super Bowl.
lucky. I should have went there, man.
Chiefs winning the Super Bowl.
Chiefs winning the Super Bowl was a really good feeling, but to me, it almost felt better seeing this Blues win their first cup, just because that was, for me, that was my first team that I really cared about that got to win a championship.
Yeah.
I got to see the Royals win a championship before the Blues, but I was never the biggest baseball fan, so I was like, the Royals, they were my MLB team. They are like my Major League Baseball team, but I wasn't like to the point where I felt like I was going to cry tears or anything like that from being that happy that they won. I was that happy whenever the Blues won. I was like to the point where I was tearing up, choking up. And then I was like, I got to counteract with shots. So
I need an upper and a downer.
The tears are coming back. Bring back the Jack Daniels.
All right, so let's move into Yo Dude. Check this out.
Yo, dude, check this out. The Delorean is coming back, all electric. Did you guys see that?
I did.
It looks
see
dope.
that. It does look sick.
Dude.
Those gold ring doors, dude, are freaking dope.
Yes.
Yeah.
When David was saying Tesla, I'm like, dude, I don't know if you've seen the DeLorean yet.
Bro, did you see how many electric car commercials were in the Super Bowl, man? It was like every manufacturer was like new electric car, new electric car, new
It
electric
was
car.
that and the crypto.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That new electric Silverado though.
Yeah, dude.
That's
I don't
crazy,
know,
man.
I'd like to get an electric car eventually, and that's a contender. We'll see.
Dude.
I love the doors.
Yo, dude, check this out. So, a bunch of scientists just posted this finding, or not really a finding, but they actually had a huge medical breakthrough. They created these robot fish that are basically, it's like a model fish made out of like plastic, gelatin, and a layer of human stem cells. And what they're doing with these fish is like they're making these like robotic fish that mimic what a heart would do and mimic what like the palpitations stuff a heart would make. So what this is going to do, it's pretty much helping them figure out how to make synthetic hearts and stuff like that. They're going to study all these like robot fish. Like for an example, in 2016, they produced a dime-sized stingray that used a layer of rat muscle cells to move around a tank.
What the hell?
So yeah, they're pretty much programming all this.
Yeah,
dude, it's like
I have read on like what you're talking about right now, and it is a cool thing.
It's like they're finding ways for like machine and nerve function to interact together.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
That is so cool, dude.
And eventually, I mean, that's going to lead. It's going to lead to hearts, and that's slowly going to lead to like bionic arms, bionic legs.
Dude. Dr. Octopus arms.
Exactly.
And Meshuggah wrote an album about that too, fellas.
And it's also going to lead to like robot eyes. You know, people that have missing an eyeball, they're going to be able to. You're going to see these swimming fish that are look like an eyeball for a little while, and they're going to
Robot eyes.
Robot eyes.
That's so cool.
Yo, dudes, check this out. Roller coasters were originally invented to distract Americans from sin. In 1880,
Sure distracts me.
I could have swore that you were about to say they were going to help ladies give birth.
No, in 1880, a businessman, Lamarcus Thompson, hated that Americans were tempted by places like saloons and brothels. So he set out to straighten up one of the most immoral places he could think of, Coney Island in New York. And there's where he built America's first roller coaster to give New Yorkers some good, clean fun.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Pretty interesting, huh?
Did this happen during Prohibition or like before or after, you think?
So was
It
it
says
1800s?
1880s.
Okay.
Yeah, so before.
Before, for sure.
Wow. I mean, I would much rather ride Wildfire than go to a strip club. That's just,
No
you know what I'm
joke.
saying?
Yeah.
No joke.
They need to be more easily accessible, I guess, you know, for that to work.
I'd much rather go ride Wildfire than go to any of the strip clubs that I have previously been to.
Now, is Wildfire the name of this stripper you've been seeing?
I was just thinking.
I'm just
Rather get
saying.
her than any other person.
I've been to 2 strip clubs before,
The carpets match the drapes.
and yeah, I was not.
Wildfire.
I don't know if it's like if I just generally don't like stripping in general, like the act of paying someone to like dance up on me.
Are you a never nude?
Are you a strip to shower kind of guy?
Or if it was just like I wasn't a fan of those 2 strip clubs, you know? There's a possibility that there's probably another strip club out there that's probably way more hardcore. I don't know.
We'll find the right one for you, Jackson.
Yeah, we'll get you there.
Thank you, Connor.
There's one there.
Dude.
The girl's hot enough, right? I mean, that's all. Doesn't matter where you're at.
Jackson.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
As
not
long as it's
judging.
a hot chick, dude, who cares?
Or guy.
Yarny Tran.
All right.
Yeah,
Yarny Tran.
The best of both worlds, right? So, okay. Dude, check this out. A large-scale study in the journal Nature Aging has identified sildenafil, otherwise known by its brand name Viagra, as a potential candidate for the treatment and prevention of Alzheimer's disease. After analyzing insurance claims data from more than 7 million people in the U.S., the study authors noted that claimants who received Viagra were almost 70% less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease than those who did not use the drug.
Whoa. That's
So
big
in other
numbers.
words, pitch a tent, keep your memory.
So if I start forgetting things, I need to start taking this pill.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. Like
Okay.
if you feel like you're starting to get a little, loopy in the brain, just pop a Viagra and you'll be good to go.
Okay.
It's brain pills now.
Brain pills.
Good for both heads.
You ever see that show and movie Limitless?
Yeah.
Dude.
Viagra is gonna be that new medicine, dude.
Dude, Jack, just bring like 4 or 5 Viagra pills next week and we'll all just take one before the
Yeah.
podcast.
We'll be so sharp that
have-
whole episode.
We'll have
So
the
sharp.
skinniest jeans, too.
Yeah.
All right. I'll bring my my wind pants that day.
Yeah.
My pants that whenever I run, they go.
Yeah.
You just gotta wear
They're
basketball
called swishy
shorts.
pants.
Wear our turtlenecks.
Turtlenecks and basketball shirts.
Dude, check this out. The 3rd person apparently has been cured of HIV. Yeah, so I read a little bit about what they did, and apparently the 2 people before the woman that was recently cured were cured using bone marrow, like a bone marrow transplant from people who have HIV-resistant cells. But there's a huge problem when taking other people's bone marrow for transplants because your body doesn't always take. So it's usually like a really, really shitty process, like tons of side effects and stuff. So they found out a way to use, I guess, umbilical cord cells and use a transplant that way. And she was out of the hospital in 17 days and has been 14 months without signs or symptoms.
Wow.
Yeah. So she didn't have any they call it, I think, donor to host disease is when you get like really bad side effects from bone marrow transplants and stuff. But yeah, freaking crazy. Which, by the way, I guess now what they're doing, which is what they did with Simon, they found out a way to take stem cells from a host and replicate bone marrow cells and put them back into the individual later so that you don't have to worry about cells not taking. So that was pretty insane.
Wow.
Man, technology, dude.
Yeah.
It's wild.
You imagine wiping out HIV, man? God.
Wiping out HIV and robotic heartfish. Moving forward, baby.
Yeah.
Buy stock in it, people.
Yeah, 2022, it's gonna be big.
Yeah. Can you imagine if we were born like 30 to 50 years later, the kind of shit we'd be talking about on a podcast right now?
What's even crazier to think is that if my son plays his cards right, the newest one, he'll make it to the year 2100, which is pretty wild.
That is wild.
I think about that quite often.
Damn.
And if my oldest son plays his cards right, he could possibly live forever. Put his brain into a robot.
And I was gonna say, if Chappie
baby.
was any indicator of what the future's gonna look like.
Yeah.
Dude, put me in a robot and I don't care.
Dude, just get one of them Zordon tubes.
That'd be cool. Just my big head. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Rolling over the Power Rangers. Yeah, baby.
I just imagine like my issue with like putting my consciousness into a robot would be not eating or drinking or sleeping.
Right.
But you could just simulate those experiences whenever you want.
I've never thought about that.
Simulate the taste of, a banana or
It's next level, David.
Yeah.
Sign me up for the next robot buddy.
Yeah.
What about rampancy?
That's true.
That's just
The Cortana disease.
that's sci-fi.
My brain.
God. All right, guys. Let's close it out. Thank you guys for crashing with friends. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And we'll see you guys all next week. Bye.
See you next time.
Later.
Bye.
Jinx Jackson.
Crashing with Friends.